Hello and welcome to another video from Most Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something very old and something now becoming very, very rare and difficult to find. We are looking at the 1953 release by Dinky Toys from their series of car transporters. And this particular one we're looking at today is of the Pullmore Car Transporter. And it comes complete with a loading ramp, and it is Dinky Toys number 582. Okay, so this is the box it comes in, and at the very top it's got 50582, which is back to front there, but it says Meccano product made in England. That's at the very top. You can't see it properly there. And then at the bottom it's got Dinky Toys made in England 582 by Meccano Limited, Pullmore Car Transporter, and you can see you got the Dinky, the model of it on the side there, and it says Dinky Toys delivery service at the bottom there. And if I just turn the box up to the side, it's got here another fine Dinky toy made by Meccano Limited. And if we turn the box to the end, it's got Dinky Toys number 582, and it's got well, actually that's all in different languages, but it's basically saying the Pullmore Car Transporter. And at the other end we've got exactly that again, Dinky Toys made in England 582 by Meccano Limited, Pullmore Car Transporter. And as with all these boxes of the 50s and 60s and some of the 70s, there was nothing printed on the bottom. Okay, so that is the box. So what I'd like to do now is open the box, take the model out, and let's have a good look at the item out of the box. Okay, so I have removed the model from the box, and this is what we've got. So basically it is the Pullmore Car Transporter, and it says Dinky Toys delivery service on the side there, just as we saw on the box. It is a blue die-cast body and the Fawn base for the cars to go onto, and at the top and bottom it's coloured as a Fawn colour. The cab itself is also blue die-cast body with black trim, black radiator and black bumper, although the paint has slightly began to rub off, the black paint has slightly began to rub off the front of the bumper there. And at the back it's got Dinky Toys delivery service, and on the other side it's also got Dinky Toys delivery service. On the bottom, let's just turn it over, it says Pullmore Car Transporter number 582, and on the back of the cab here it's got Dinky Toy Bedford Meccano Limited made in England. Okay, now there are quite a few functionalities on this particular model, obviously. So you've got the cab which turns. I don't know if the cab comes away from the trailer. Not 100% sure about that, and I don't want to force it off, but it's very old. I might not be able to put it back on again. But as you can see there, it's an 8-wheeler. So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 wheels there, and you've also got the spare wheel at the back of the cab there. There's no windows in the cab, it's just open, and there's no seat or anything in the cab. It's a very early model. This was 1953. In fact, in 1953 they did produce 2 versions of this, where it was completely blue, and then they done the one that was Fawn, the Fawn base on the where the cars load. Okay, so you've got the 6 wheels functionality, and you also got the back tailgate which drops down to allow the loading of the cars on the lower section. And obviously it's got 2 hooks at the end there which slot back up and slot back into position there, and they're held on by 2 little lugs either side of the trailer at the back there, and it lifts up and down and back up and down again to lock into position. So that was for the lower section. Now this particular model comes with this, which is the top loading bay, and on this again it's got Dinky Toys made in England, Meccano Limited, loading ramp for Pullmore Car Transporter, and this is item number 994. Now some of the models actually came with this loading ramp, some of them didn't. This particular one did, and the loading ramp just slots onto the back there. So if you can see, you can load the cars and they drive straight onto the top of the transporter, and then you just lift it off again. So that's basically how that works. And there is the lower ramp locked back into position. Now let's get some sizes. So lengthwise of the truck, let's put it with the trailer down, with the loading ramp down. So we are looking at 30 centimeters, so 12 inches. Height wise, we are looking at 7 centimeters. That's from the bottom of the tire to the top, the highest section on the back of the cab. Not the cab, sorry, the trailer. And the width wise, the widest point across the trailer is 5 centimeters. So that gives you an idea of the size of the truck. And then the loading ramp, or the top loading ramp, again, that measures 23.5 centimeters in length. And let's measure it from the bottom. These are 5 centimeters wide, and we're looking at 1 centimeter deep. So that's your loading ramp. And then of course it was capable of holding 4 Dinky Toys. So you had 2 at the top, and they lock into position into these sections here. So you drove them over and locked them into position so they wouldn't move, and then the one was behind it. And you've got the same on the bottom. You can see the ramps there to lock the cars into position there and at the back. So yeah, that is the Dinky Toys Pullmore Transporter truck. And I must say, it is in incredible condition for something that is over 70 years old. And well, I mean, you can pick these models up. There's quite a lot of them around because they were mass produced back in the 1950s. And I think they run these right through to the mid 1960s. So there was quite a massive quantities that were produced by Dinky and sold. They did a very, very good job in selling all of their trucks and cars and models back in the 50s and 60s. Dinky Toys was one of the largest manufacturers of diecast models in the UK back in the 50s and 60s. Eventually they I think they got sold a couple of times actually, and before they eventually ceased trading, which is a shame really, because they were such a very, very good company with terrific models. But anyhow, these particular models done very well. There was a mass quantities produced, and yeah, sales were very, very good. Now obviously we're talking 71 years on since this particular one was produced. Now, as I say, you can pick these up on some of the platforms. There's usually a fair amount of them around, most of them being the later versions, so the 1960 versions, which you can see the differences. If you look online, you can see the difference between the 60s and the 50s versions. And there's usually, I mean, there are very, very, very few of them come in a box. Most of them don't have the top loading ramp, and they are well worn and played with. So finding one from the 50s in this particular condition with the loading ramp is very difficult indeed. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Dinky Toys and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that, there's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories. Well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.